I think it's safe to say that most men are taught how to work hard, but very few are taught another skill so that they can then maximize the benefits of working hard. What am I talking about? How to negotiate. It's why so many men accept the first salary that they're offered or the first contract handed to them, the first terms that someone else sets. Then years later, they wonder why they feel undervalued. Look, I've talked about this many times before. Negotiation isn't arrogance, it's just awareness of your value. Companies negotiate, lawyers negotiate, vendors negotiate. But somehow when a man negotiates for himself, he's usually told he should just be grateful. And that mindset costs men thousands over a lifetime. In money, in time, in respect. Starts small, but it ends up compounding daily. You don't push back on the job offer. You don't question the workload. You don't clarify expectations in a relationship. And eventually, the default becomes permanent. See, here's the truth most guys don't hear early enough. If you don't define your terms, well, then somebody else will. And trust me, they're not going to define them in your favor. Negotiation doesn't require aggression. It just requires a little preparation. You need to know your numbers, know your value, know what you'll walk away from. Because in the end, walking away is the ultimate power. Better to walk away now and deal with it than suffer for potentially years to come. Most men stay quiet because they fear conflict, but clarity prevents resentment later. It's easier to have one uncomfortable conversation now than spend 10 years in quiet frustration. And this applies to more than money. Time with your kids, responsibilities at home, boundaries at work. If it matters to you, then it deserves to be discussed. And because it does, here's something I want you to ask yourself. Where in your life are you operating on terms that you never actually agreed to? Because true maturity isn't about accepting everything. It's about knowing when to speak up.